It's been a hell of a season here at Mapdeck, and just as we did last year, this is somewhat of a reflection of our season, what's happening in the future, why are all our shelves bare, and also all of the stuff behind us is, well, what we call our leftovers, I suppose, things that have been ordered by mistake, orders that got cancelled, things that have been discontinued product. So we'll go through and have a good clear out, offer you guys some fantastic bargains and see if we can find new homes for everything. So all this new OSB boarding and stuff, this is now exciting news, I can tell you. This is going to become the Villiers Cafe. It's going to be a bit of a showroom for Villiers bikes, a bit like what we're doing with Time. We're going to have bikes here that you guys can come and ride out in the Lake District. What a great opportunity, because I like doing bike reviews, but there is no substitute for saying, if you don't believe me, come and take it out for a ride, see what you think yourself. So I'm really excited by that. It's not going to have stock, it's not going to be a bike shop like you expect. You're just going to have models here that you guys can go and ride. So super excited by that. So much work to do though. Anyway, you might have noticed that Time bikes have been on a bit of a sale recently. So some of the bikes that we've taken apart, so some of our demo bikes that you guys have been here to ride, have now been stripped down, and we've got a couple of bits and pieces left now that have been ex-demo. So this is the ADH-X that we first rode when they released this bike in the cyan colour. It's probably been ridden, I don't know, 30 or 40 times probably by myself and a few of you guys. And that is now ready to sell exactly as you see it there. So steer has been cut with that spacer. It comes with a Data RS standard stem. It's got weirdly a Sorelli seat post in there at the moment, but the whole Pro Logo saddle and the rotor bottom bracket. And to be honest, if you need us to take that out, we can take that out, but it's pretty much sold as seen. What a fantastic deal. All the prices of these we're going to put up on the screen. The rest of it is in really good condition. It really has barely been ridden. So you might be wondering why we've got all these Time frames that are on sale. Luckily, the Time rep was in the building today, so I had to catch up with him to say, like, why is all of this on sale? Let's see what he has to say.
It's been an unbelievable year for us.
Skylon launch?
Skylon launch. Sales have been great in the UK as well as other parts of Europe and the US.
Thank you.
Everybody's waiting for new product.
Just a little bit.
So the pressure's on.
We must get an email, no word of a lie, every single week about someone asking about what the maximum tyre clearance is on the ADH. It's like they desperately want you to...
I know, they want something a bit bigger. And to be honest, you know, we have been doing a lot of ADHXs because the geometry, the reach and stack is very similar. Mm-hmm. It's just slightly longer wheelbase and a little bit more stable, seeing as we changed the layup to the same as the Alpe d'Huez last year. You know,
it's just another option, wasn't it? It's essentially the same bike, but like a little bit more tyre clearance was the best way of thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we've even sorted a few people out with colours that we don't actually do.
I love that. I love the fact that you can actually say, do you know what, I want an ADHX, but I want it in the pink. And you go, yeah okay, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do it.
That's brilliant. So obviously, we are expecting some new models. I mean, when you put two bikes on such amazing sales as this, there must be something in the pipeline.
Yep.
Have you got anything you can tell us? Anything?
We've been working on a few things and we've got 2 new models in process, looking to hopefully get two new models in process. So looking to get those pushed through and hopefully start seeing some of them springtime.
I mean, we said that about the Skylon. The Skylon took quite a long time.
Yeah, everything takes a little bit longer than expected. You know, you put a target in place and then you think about something new or something that you can change. So there's a slight modification here, a change of layup there, just to get it dialed.
I think when we saw the Time factory, you got to make the inside mould and the outside mould and do all the calculations about the heat expansion and everything. It was insane. There's probably still quite a lot to do. You
know, even going through processes like, you know, practicing on the layup for the ladies on the production line as well. And then obviously there's all the testing that we've got to go through as well.
Talking of which, this is going to come from a new factory in South Carolina. Tony's talking about it. How's that looking?
Yeah, South Carolina is semi-operational at the moment. There's a small number of frames being pulled out of molds over there right now, but you know, this is the year that we're hoping to bring that online fully.
So there could be some American riders already riding on a frame made in America?
Prototyping at the minute. Yeah.
That's good. That's exciting. I mean, a whole new factory is a pretty exciting development, isn't it? I bet Tony's going slightly grey.
He's a busy man.
I can't wait to catch up with him and see what it's all about. I mean, from our side, the sort of the common questions that we're getting at the moment is, I really want an Alpe d'Huez, but I just wish it was like 400 grams lighter. I wish I had that 30mm tyre clearance. Should it be UDH? I mean, basically, you tick those 3 boxes, we're onto a winner, pretty much maintaining the quality ride feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of progress from materials from what we've done with the Cylon that's rolling into new models as well.
So again, resin transfer,
and weight reduction is all part of it as well. You know, so we're looking to have something new and exciting hitting the shores in early 2025.
Yep, but first off, we've got to try and clear off the last little bit of infantry. There's not hardly anything left of AD8 now, is it? There's like smatterings. AD8s is still a little bit of stuff left, isn't it? So yeah, can't be long now.
Yeah, but ADHX, we've still got a reasonable amount of inventory at the moment, so it's a good time to buy one.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for your time, Dieter. Really appreciate it.
No worries.
Right, some exciting news there for sure, but we still got a few more bits to tidy out. So this is a size extra small ADH. Initially, this was brought in for a youth rider, but it still turned out a little bit too big for them, and we just sort of looked after the inventory. Right now, it really is time that it finds a new home. This is the older 2023 model with all the white logos and stuff on there. It's like a size 46, 48. It really would suit someone quite small. Fantastic, confidence-inspiring ride. Next up, we have one of the pink frames. This was brought in for someone, and when he saw it in the flesh, he just said, do you know what, I can't do the pink, and ordered a red instead. And so we've sort of been sat on this a little bit longer than we should have done. This is a size medium. This is the new pink, so it's got like the blacked out logos and stuff. So again, a bit of a special deal on that. Let's see if we can find that one a new home. And then finally, small people rejoice. We've actually got a gloss black ADHX and a gloss black ADH. This is the one with the greyed out logos. That's your size small, happy days. And then we've got this little red bike, which some of you might actually remember. Slightly sort of sad story behind this, really. We built this bike, I want to say 2, maybe 3 years ago now. So this is a BMC T-Machine SLR01 that we completely custom built for a local rider who had qualified for the age group triathlete world championships. I think it was Montreal that she was going to. She rode it a couple of times here in the UK, took it over to Canada, competed in that race. And then there was a really sad story, had a bit of a family tragedy and just didn't ride again. By the time all that sort of played out, she came to visit us just a few weeks ago and was like, do you know what, I've sort of given up cycling a little bit. It just brings back some really hurtful memories, and she'll take it up High Rocks instead. I said to her, well, look, this is such a fantastic bike. Please, can you help me find a new home for it? And of course, we were really happy to oblige. She's been part of our community pretty much since we opened, and I really, really wanted to help her out. So hopefully we can find a new home for this. It is a size small, and it's being completely decked out. So we've got the Zipp 353 NSWs, not the current ones with all the pressure sensors, these are the older ones. The Pirelli P0, these are the race SLs. They don't make those tyres anymore, but they were the sort of the super light versions of it. The Cellitalia ladies saddle, Asioma power meters, a full SRAM red group set. This is the previous generation, the D1. It was probably a few months before they brought out the new E1 group set. Works absolutely perfectly. The really interesting thing about this bike was the aero cockpit, because we got some special extensions made as well. So BMC made this so that you can actually do clip-on aero bars to this. And we ran all the cables through in such a way that you can peel back the hood rubbers and plug these in and run it with full aero extensions or not. It was really helpful for like world championship flyaway races, because you don't always know if you're allowed to have full aero extensions or not until the weather conditions are confirmed. So if you're only allowed to take one bike, this is a great way of making sure that you had sort of most things covered. And I think they just took a different set of wheels if they had, favourable conditions. So I'd love to find this a new home. Next up, the Salsa. This is Blackthorn, I believe. This is their 140mm trail bike, again in a size SM. Fantastic bike actually. We got it in for someone, and then not long after that they released the whole T-type gears, but for the sort of the cheaper versions of it, and they really, really wanted electronic shifting, and this isn't, SRAM UDH compatible. Unfortunately, it was probably a few months before Shimano came out with all their new wireless system, but brilliant frame, and weirdly, people are put off by the fact that it is not a UDH compatible frame, but what we're asking for this frame, you'd be struggling to find that shock at that price. Brilliant. If you're size small, your lucky day today. And continuing with our mountain bike theme, we've got a set of Lyrics. I think these are the 150mm Lyrics. We got these as part of a big mountain bike, and they wanted to upgrade the forks before they'd even ridden it. So these got taken off a bike that had been fully built. We fitted another set of Fox 38s, I think, and these are the set of Lyrics that sort of left over. It's quite common, I think, in mountain biking if people want to upgrade certain components from just the stock spec. Haven't managed to find a home for them yet. Yes. Zipp wheels. Now, you might remember that we reviewed these and then raffled them off. Fantastic. A local guy won those actually, who was absolutely over the moon. So this is another set of the new Zipp 353s NSWs with the pressure sensors. Interesting story. Someone watched that review, said, yeah, I really want a set. We ordered them in, we got them fitted to his bike. And then sort of in the chit chat, we were like talking through the whole, oh yeah, you realise they're hookless, this is the tyre pressures you should do. And there was a bit of a freak out moment, so took them back off his bike, and we now have a set of Zipp 353s leftovers. They do ride really well, but you do need to run ideally a 30 or 32 millimeter tyre and get your head around the low pressures. There we go, we've got them for sale. And then finally, got these boxes here. So this is when SRAM Force released their new E1 group set, the one with the really cool levers. We had to order in a certain amount of group sets, and I over-ordered a little bit, especially on the special offer ones. So these are the upgrade kit. So this is just levers and the Karoo. So you basically get a set of front and rear levers and calipers and the hammerhead Karoo in sort of the purple color. Now the idea of this was because the levers were probably the biggest upgrade to the SRAM Force and the rival system at the time. So anyone that had the existing stuff but just wanted to, get those better league ergonomics had a sort of a more cost-effective way of just upgrading the key components, and then sort of the hammerhead Karoo got thrown in for free. Now, I like the camhead Karoo. I probably wouldn't spend my own money on it, but if it was bundled together with a unit like this, I think I would definitely use it over like a Garmin 530 or something. So for a discounted set of levers, you get a free bike computer. Happy days. And then lastly, we have a Explore crankset in 165 millimeters with a 42 tooth chainring. Weirdly, again, I just ordered too many of them. It's not a size that's very common for us around here because we live somewhere really hilly. Most people go for the 40 tooth or below. Could change it, but we could just do with clearing a bit of space, because as you see, we're going to need it for 2026. I hope you found that somewhat interesting. I didn't want to make it into like a TikTok shopping experience, but more of an insight as to what goes on in a bike shop over the course of the year. We really do bend over backwards to try and find our customers their dream bikes, and sometimes people change their mind, things get cancelled, new stuff comes out when you've already got stuff orders, and here at MapDeck we really do try and accommodate all of that as best we possibly can, and sometimes we get, residue, leftovers. Hope that you guys find a bargain here, and if not, share it with your friends, see what happens. Until next time, that's it. Thanks for watching. Back to the workshop.